Hello, I am Gulnara Omar and welcome to my weekly podcast. Please join me and my guests as we dive into wellness, empowerment psychology, health, beauty, and helpful tips on how to create positive change with greater energy and courage. So, let's get inspired to live healthier, more empowered, and fulfilling lives.
Hello, dear friend, with you, Gulnara Omar, and I'm so excited to share today's topic, finding your career passion. Do you know what studies have shown about those who genuinely love their careers? Research indicates that individuals who uncover their true calling are up to 64% more likely to experience higher happiness and life satisfaction levels. If you've been pondering whether you're on the right path or seeking more clarity about your career, you are in the right place today. I'm thrilled to introduce an excellent tool, the 7 questions test to find your career calling. This will help you reflect on your past, connect with your feelings, and align your future with what truly inspires you. Before we jump into the questions, I'd like to share an inspiring story about one of my clients, Jana. As a child, Jana had a unique habit, climbing into big garbage bins to collect medical needles. It might seem a bit strange, but stick with me. This childhood curiosity turned out to be a glimpse into her future. Today, Jana works in the field where needles play a key role, I should say, in helping others heal. What once seemed unusual in her youth has become the bridge to her calling. A fascinating long-term study by Harvard researchers discovered that people often find careers that resonate with their childhood passions. These studies highlight how early dreams and interests influence our identity and career paths, suggesting that experiences from our early years significantly shape our vocational choices later in life. Jana's journey reminds us that sometimes our true purpose lies hidden in those seemingly insignificant or unexpected moments from our past. That's exactly what the 7 questions test aims to help you uncover. Those pivotal experiences that can lead you toward the career and life you are meant to embrace. Now, let's dive in and explore the test. I promise it is super effective and has helped many of my clients find their true calling.
A Life Motivational Thoughts and Stories by Gulnara Omar. 7 magical questions to find your life purpose. My client Jana was working as a medical masseuse for the last 6 years. She was pretty good at it, and clients kept coming back. But she started to complain about the pain in her arms and her fingers. She said, "The job was very energy consuming. I am getting tired quickly, exhausted, and frustrated. The disturbing thing is that I started wishing in my heart that people don't show up for massage sessions." She was very disturbed by the fact that her job stopped giving her the satisfaction and happiness as before. The first 3 questions were related to the past. My first question was, as a child, Jana, what did you like to do the most? She gave me a very strange and shocking answer. When I was a little girl, I remember one thing specifically that I loved doing. I was going around garbage bins around hospitals nearby my house, and I would collect used needles. And then I used them on my dolls and inject them everywhere, ears, head, neck. I thought to myself, oh my God, this was so unsafe for a child to collect used needles. So I noted her answer and we proceeded to the next question. By the way, she was a registered nurse and she worked as a masseuse mostly for money. She has worked as a nurse before in intensive care for 10 years, and she loved it at the beginning, but the job didn't pay enough. She got additional training as a masseuse and changed jobs. My second question was, what was your favorite subject at school? Her reply was, art. I love drawing. I love beauty. I love to make things beautiful. I was a bit puzzled. Use needles and art? I was looking for some patterns and connections between her answers to get a clue about consistent values. Did you have any vision for yourself when you were a kid? Was my third question about her past. I always saw myself wearing a white doctor's uniform, she replied, but I never thought of being a doctor. My next set of questions was about the present. Fourth question. What are the things that you love doing the most? When do you feel happiest? Jana said, I love to visit my hairstylist. When she works with my hair, she makes me feel so happy. I love the transformation. When I go to her with my hair dull and dry and leave her after the hair masks, the cut, and the blow dry, I feel amazing. I love taking care of my hair. My hairstylist is passionate about her job and so knowledgeable about hair. The answers didn't seem to interconnect. I was having a hard time connecting the needles, the love for art, and the hairstyling. Question number 5. Is there anything that you always wanted to do but found excuses to put off? I noticed that in finding one's calling, there are always elements of fear and self-doubt. We are often afraid of our own greatness, knowing that once we open that gate, we will be forced to change our life significantly. Jana replied, You know, I always wanted to open my own salon and help women be more beautiful and happy. But I've never had experience in this industry. I could open a massage room in a salon, I guess, but it no longer appeals to me for some reason. I wrote her answer down and proceeded to the question number 6. If you were given $10 million and didn't have to work for money, and if you were guaranteed 100% success in your job, what kind of work would you choose to do daily from 9 to 5 p.m.? I felt something change in her energy when she was thinking how to respond. With sadness in her voice and watery eyes, Jana replied quietly, My mom was wearing a wig for as long as I remember her. Due to her autoimmune disease, she lost most of her hair. When my father left and remarried, as a kid, I thought that my mom's hair state was the cause of their separation. I saw my mom suffering for years with that. I want to help women restore their hair. I told you I wanted to have a salon. I want to do scalp mesotherapy or other services related to hair restoration and strengthening. She became emotional at that point and started crying. I could feel and see that we arrived at the home of her soul's desire. In my practice, I noticed that tears can also be indicative of the greatest revelation, not only pain. As if the soul is crying from happiness that the reason of being on this earth is finally found. Jana said, I didn't realize that the desire was so strong in me and how much I wanted that, Gulnara. How come I couldn't arrive to that conclusion earlier? There are people who need someone like me, right? We talked further, and I shared the new idea that the universe gives us certain parents, certain experiences, certain amount of pain and discomfort to give birth to something wonderful that would help us serve the world in the best and unique way. I hypothesized. Who knows, Jana? Perhaps until today the universe or God, or whatever you call it, was preparing you for that amazing gift. Hair loss, mesotherapy is a very young stream in beauty and health industry. Until that moment, when mesotherapy came forth in the time and day of the modern society, you are totally ready to bring this gift to the world, with all the confidence, knowledge, and passion for that. My question number 7 was as follows. If you had an opportunity to take 1 month course with the best instructor in the world, what course would it be? Jana answered, well, this course would be anything about hair structure, baldness treatment, best hair growth technologies and practices. The story was very paramount and significant for me to understand that a lot of things might not make sense for us, but at the end they will be integral components in our preparation to bring our unique gift, our calling, to the world. I find this test extremely helpful for the clients to deeply understand themselves and for me to be able to feed the answers back to them by holding a mirror of what came out during the session. You can also use the 7 magical questions as a test for yourself to find your life passion. This story had a very happy ending. After taking series of intense courses on hair structure, hair growth, and baldness treatment, Jana moved back to Kazakhstan from Dubai a few months later. She rented an office in Central Beauty Salon in the capital of Kazakhstan 2 years ago. Every day, she is wearing a white beautician's uniform, uses needles, and brings beauty and happiness to clients who come for help with their hair issues. Today, Jana lives a meaningful life. She lives with purpose. As Mark Twain once said, the 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you found out why. You can live with deep meaning. You have the power to find your purpose. You were born to live with passion. With love, Gulnara Omar.